from A World Empowered. And then we're going to have 10 minutes for every guest speaker from each different organization to come up here, talk about themselves, talk about the organization, their causes, everything that they've got going on. So without further ado, come on up, Brian.
Yay, Brian!
How's everybody? Whoa. That'll work. How's everybody doing today? A little wind blown? I don't really know what I'm supposed to say up here. First, I do know what I want to say. Thank you to Kevin and the Rapids for putting this all together for us. I know it's a ton of work and getting all of you here. Thank you, Kevin. Can we get a round of applause for Kevin and the Rapids? Thanks, buddy. This is freaking awesome. I want to thank all the nonprofits that decided to come here and everybody that has dedicated their lives to doing something good in their community. All the nonprofits here today have found a need and dedicated 100% of their heart and soul to making a difference in their community. So can we get a round of applause for all of the nonprofits today? And most importantly, all of the people that are here to support us who run the nonprofits. You guys are the reason that we're able to do what we do. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for coming to be a part of this, braving the wind. Thank you for supporting the people that want to try to make a difference in the world. Thank you so much. Again, I don't really know what I'm supposed to say up here. Is it okay if I share a story of like how I created A World Empowered, how that came about?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
So I ran a custom furniture company for 15 years. One day I woke up from a dream. My pillow was soaking wet. In this dream, I had been standing before a council of deities, some sort of beings or God or whatever you want to call it. And they asked me, Brian, if all you do with your life is build furniture for other people, would you consider your life well spent? And they weren't judgmental. If I had been able to answer in the affirmative, they would have been delighted. The problem was, for me, at that time, the answer was no. If all I did with my life was build furniture for other people, I would have considered my life wasted. So I started the search. And about 2 years later, I decided to close my furniture company. I packed up a backpack, I bought a motorcycle, and I drove the motorcycle through Costa Rica from Nicaragua to Panama. Came back for a couple weeks over Christmas break because my mom missed me. I missed my mom. And then I took off to Bali, and I spent 8.5 months traveling around Southeast Asia. I was in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Makassar, Sarong, Raja Ampat, Lombok, you name it, just traveling all over the place, all over the world, bouncing from community to community. And every place I went, I would live with a host home provider. I would Airbnb and I would live with the family for like 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time, and I had breakfast with them, I'd go to work with them, I'd have dinner with them. And every community I went to, there was always something that I could do to make a difference. Every place I went, whether it was Costa Rica or Vietnam or whatever, I could always find something within that community that I could do to try to help. Whether it's environmental cleanup or clean water or sexual awareness or women's rights or something, there was always something I could do. And my first thought was, oh, I could go to all these countries and I could have all these projects all over the world. I could spend my life traveling and trying to help people. And then I thought, why would I go to India and create a brand new clean water initiative when there's already 10,000 NGOs doing that? There's already all these organizations over there doing that just need help. So I decided to pivot and I changed. I shifted the direction of A World Empowered. So A World Empowered helps people who like helping people to help more people. Through speaking engagements, fundraisers, the sale of my book, and things like this, we raise money and donate those funds back to other nonprofits around the world. So to date, I'd like to share with you what A World Empowered has done in the last year and a half. We planted 125 trees in Africa. We've written 5 small business microloans to battered women and refugees at Angelica Village here in Denver. Purchased 250 meals for Meals on Wheels. We sent 7 inner-city at-risk youth in Boston to immersive outdoor day camp, outdoor camp. Gifted 2 full-year scholarships to youth in Malawi. We bought 25 washable, reusable feminine hygiene pads for girls in Kenya. And we paid for 75 kids from Truscott Elementary School in Loveland to go to an outdoor day camp. And since we have no overhead, we were able to do all of this with less than $3,000. It's pretty neat. So we help people who like helping people to help other people. The people that you guys support, the nonprofits that are here dedicating their lives to making a difference in the community, we found a way to try to help them do better, to try to spread their reach. So as I close, I want to thank all of you for being here today, for braving the wind and the cold, and for helping to support the people that want to make a difference. If you want to find out how we can collaborate on a project, come and see me. If you want to figure out how you want to support A World Empowered so we can do more good, so we can help more people help people, come and find me. I would love to meet each and every one of you. And I'm going to pass it on to the next person.